Actually, I wanted to review all the Jedi Knight games, until I noticed that there are 5 of them. So instead, I'll just review Jedi Knight 2 and Jedi Academy. In Jedi Knight 2, you play as Kal Katarn, the mercenary who brought the Death Star plans to the rebels in episode 4. After the trilogy, he became a Jedi, had a little adventure with the Valley of the Jedi, and almost turned to the dark side before abandoning his Force powers out of fear that he might fall again. So starting now, Kal is just a mercenary again, working with his longtime partner Jan Ors for the New Republic. I'll try to prevent spoilers, but it roughly goes like this. 2 missions with Kal as a mercenary, then something drastic happens which forces Kal to regain his Force powers. He gets back his lightsaber from Luke Skywalker and sets out to stop said drastic event. Kal Katarn isn't exactly your typical hero, often acting out of relatable emotions and sometimes making the wrong choice, knowing full well what consequences those actions might cause. He's an interesting character on his own and carries the story, which is well written and has a number of engaging plot twists, though most of them are foreseeable. Not foreseeable is the gameplay, which is a mix of a first-person shooter and a third-person sort of fighting game, though you are free to switch both perspectives around as you see fit. While there's no iron sight in this game, each weapon has a secondary fire mode which is significantly different from your normal shots. Each weapon is unique in its use, and I've used all of them one time or another, as the game leaves it up to me which weapons I use in which situation. I can also praise the use of the Force and the lightsaber in particular, as this game basically nails how lightsaber combat should be handled and included in gameplay and level design without the use of motion controls. The direction you look and walk determines the way you swing the weapon, and under normal circumstances only one hit is enough to kill someone, just like it's supposed to be. The challenge comes from the weapons the enemies use. It's a fantastic system that rewards skill over luck, and should have been the formula for all Star Wars games that include a lightsaber, because let's be real here. Hack and slay doesn't work with a f***ing lightsaber. The levels are structured around objectives, which are either to activate something or to go somewhere. The only objectives that involve killing are the 2 bosses in the game. If you're looking for a shooter that doesn't always have, go there and kill that, as the main story objective, then this should feel very refreshing. However, the level design leaves something to be desired in visuals and complexity, though there are some puzzles and there's even platforming scattered around, which feels good thanks to the third-person perspective. The problem is the same as with many old school games. Most areas look the same and you'll spend a lot of time walking around in either only grey, only vomit green or poop brown maps. The most interesting place of the entire game is Luke's Jedi Academy, but you're only there for about 5 to 10 minutes before moving on. Another problem in the level design is that the most boring, always samey looking locations are also the longest, and around a third of the game is spent in grey Imperial facilities. For example, why couldn't we have spent more time in the Jedi Academy or Nar Shaddaa? Instead, we spend way over 3 hours inside Imperial facilities. The music unfortunately adds to that. Yes, the music of Star Wars is nothing but absolutely amazing. But hearing the same musical scores for roughly 9 hours, with one very annoying glitch that interrupts the music every time you quick save, can be very tiring. So, in the end, is Jedi Knight 2 a good game? Yes it is, with the only real shortcomings being a lack of visual finesse, sometimes convoluted and cheap level design, and some accidental deaths if you're overambitious. I encountered mostly funny glitches, no serious bugs, and it has been a pleasant experience all around. Now, Jedi Academy. Playing Jedi Knight 2 was nice, so Jedi Academy, the sequel, has to be better. Right? First, just like in Jedi Knight 2, you pick a difficulty. So, after the events of Jedi Knight 2, you play as Jaden Korr, a soon-to-be student of the Jedi Academy. He or she is special because he or she... Okay, fuck this. Let me present to you Leather Jaden, Female Jaden, Obi-Wan Kjaden. After meeting Rosh Pennon, you crash land, kill the wildlife for being noisy, witness some weird magic stuff. You're knocked out, and now you're a student of the new Jedi Master, Kyle Katarn. I'll be frank. Despite an intriguing start, the story reminded me more of a fanfiction that you would never see in the movies. At least I hope so. After being trained in the use of the Force, you have to complete 4 missions with 1 optional mission if you want to. With the start of each mission, you assign a skill point to one of 8 Force powers. After that, you are forced to do a longer story mission. The level design is extremely linear to the point where optional exploration is almost impossible. Though fortunately, they aren't as boring as in Jedi Knight 2. In fact, some of them look pretty good, and I would love to see a remake of those. Playing Jedi Academy for the first time is a blast, because each level is unique, but Jedi Academy also encourages multiple playthroughs. But the levels are not designed with replayability in mind, becoming tiresome because they offer only one way to complete them. Also, completing the story in Jedi Academy takes, contrary to the 8 to 12 hours of Jedi Knight 2, only around 4 to 6 hours. Before we head into the good stuff, let's just get the bad things out of the way first. There are way too many enemies with the lightsaber in the last third of the game. Fighting other people with lightsabers in Jedi Knight 2 was always a huge highlight because they didn't appear often. In Jedi Knight they literally reversed the concept, taking away some of the fun of it.
Step, step, rolling step.
Are you a Jedi with trouble? Tired of being pushed into rubble? Then listen and don't get a jab, because all you need is a rolling step.
Step, step, rolling step.
Downstairs only for children over the age of 17. One game-breaking bug involved that my AI companion didn't do anything at all. And there's a bug with bombs that fail to deactivate, forcing you to die and pick another mission. Then I had guards suddenly popping up because I entered a door from the wrong side. Non-English voice acting options feature some wrong sound effects. I got stuck in a bomb. I got stuck in a cutscene, though you can luckily skip them if this happens to you. And I encountered one very amusing glitch with the stormtroopers. Finally, I just want to address one thing that annoyed me personally. The Jedi Academy is a very interesting setting, but the developer does nothing with it. Throw the magic bullshit away and make a story about you either becoming or witnessing the rise of a new dark Jedi among the students. Make a story that actually happens inside the Jedi Academy, with only some outside elements to change things up. For fuck's sake, Jedi Knight 2 has more Jedi Academy in it than Jedi Academy. Just imagine walking around the Academy, slowly growing stronger alongside your comrades. Passing several tests, slowly figuring out your own alignment with either the light or the dark side, and gathering practical experience in the galaxy with other students or your master. Despite everything though, the gameplay is fantastic! 2 new additional weapons, dual lightsabers, stealth lightsabers, double the amount of force powers, and tons of new multiplayer content. In Jedi Knight 2, you feel like slowly becoming a Jedi, but here you feel like a Jedi Master. It's just amazing gameplay through and through, and I can't stress enough that if you like first-person shooters or Star Wars in general, then you must play this. Even people that don't like Star Wars will get a lot out of the gameplay, though they shouldn't expect a groundbreaking experience. The glitch with the music was also fixed. The soundtrack is directly from the movies, and the voice acting is also good, with my favorite being the female Jaden in English, as she does a terrific job, though sometimes even that can't save bad audio placement.
You're coming with me.
So after all that, should you still play Jedi Academy? Yes! In fact, I recommend it. The multiplayer alone is tons of fun, and if everything works like it's supposed to, then even the single player can be absolutely awesome. And almost turned to the dark side before abandoning his force powers. Hello, Austin Powers? And almost turned to the dark side before abandoning his force powers out of fear that he might fall again.